Hello everyone, this is your favorite Murtad live once again, and I am now waiting for Z to join in. Join in my English channel live stream. Okay, I just texted him. I actually texted him before with the link, but somehow the link was not posted. That is bad. Let me use my other phone and my other channel to post him the link, because now I know why the link was not posted, because I posted it from the other channel. I thought I did that, but apparently I posted it from my other, and then the live links do not go public. YouTube removes the link, and I forgot that part. That's my bad. So let me do this now. And let me send him the link from here. Sorry guys for this. We are waiting. Z is here. Is Z here? Z is here. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Is he here? Z is here. Okay. There we go. Copy the link and pasting the link. All right, Z. You can accept the link and join in as you are here. So let's see. Yesterday, what we had is, not yesterday, a few days ago, the live stream ended because Z had a internet disconnect, and then we had to close the live stream. But today we are going to start from the same location. I have run the premiere on this channel, and let's see when we have Z here. Hold on. And we have Z.
Hey, how are you doing?
How are you today?
Thanks, man. All good?
Awesome. All
Great
right.
to hear from you again.
Sorry.
Great to hear from you.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so very much. Now, let me give the audience a little background, what we did last time,
Yeah, sure.
so that we could start from there. So we spoke about Z's message. The message was, Allah guide you. I showed him the verses from Quran that Allah cannot guide the ones who have left the religion Islam after accepting it. Then I showed him the verses of Quran where Allah says He misguides people. Z showed me the verse that Allah guides the people who are wrongdoers. Once again, my reply was simple. If Allah misguides the wrongdoer, they are already wrongdoer. Fair enough. I accept what you are saying. I accept the Quranic word because I'm giving the stuff from Quran. I accept it. But if a person is misguided by Satan and then Allah misguides him even further, then Allah cannot question him in the day of judgment. Then somehow he went into what is happening in India and etc., and the Western countries about adultery and stuff like that. And I gave him the halal muta, which is halal. And then Z went into alcohol, which had no way to go to, but once again he did. And what happened was we went into alcohol. When we went into alcohol, same is the case. Ali, according to the hadiths, went so drunk that Allah revealed the verse, do not go near the prayer if you are drunk, and so on and so forth. And the ending was happening at the point where I asked Z, because Z said that it's at that time of Muhammad, muta was halal and it was fine. And I asked Z, would you marry your daughter to a person for muta? And we were having this discussion when the live stream ended because Z had a bad internet at that time. Z, did I said anything wrong about the past interaction?
You mentioned many points, but
Did I
we're gonna check
give a
it
full
now.
summary? Did I give a full summary of what happened in the past? Correct?
Yeah, but if there is things I would disagree and everything, we can open another conversation. So it's okay. We can pass.
Okay. So now,
To enter to
give
the
me
main
your
discussion.
give me your last point. Like I said, we are going to close with our last points before we move forward. That's what we had discussed about. So give your last summary before
Sure.
I give you my last summary, because this is
Sure.
This is where we ended abruptly. So abrupt ending
All right.
means we have to finish it. So
Sure.
my question stands there the same. Will you give your daughter for a muta marriage for a few sa'at? I'm going to use the Arabic word sa'at over here because a lot of scholars have issues whether it is hours
All
or
right.
it is days or whatever.
Okay. First, I just send you hi and to everyone, send my regard, and I hope this inshallah conversation will be beneficial to everyone here and to all the good listeners. We are here to build bridges, and in case any negativity, this actually out of my will, and I hope inshallah everyone will be benefit inshallah from this conversation. Hindus or Muslims or Christians, all the cultures and religions. I revised the video. I was actually revised the video and I was listening everything, the dialogue that came to with you and me. I noticed things, so I wanted to agree with you in the beginning. For maybe many of us, like, we would disagree in some morals between Christianity and Islam. There's disagreement, yeah, of course, but for us, we can agree in the moral way of discussion. Between two persons with two different beliefs. These things, I guess, it's an objective for both of us, and this thing gonna benefit you, so I can listen to you, I can be patient, while you talk, and at the same time, I can have the same privilege. The thing that I wanted to say first before we start conversation is there is a difference between arguing and between a discussion. I brought a couple of points. One of them is the interrupting. I hope that now you have a paper and a pen, because I have one. In case if you have something which you don't like or you disagree with, you can write it down, because you have an open time. You can answer. We're not restricting each other with 2 minutes or something. You're afraid that I give you many points, that you could have, he's giving me 10 points, I cannot answer them in 2 minutes. No, you have open time. You have open time to answer, which is a good thing, for both of us. As well, the voice.
Sorry, Z. Sorry. Once again, that is my issue with you last time as well. You go in a storytelling, a khutbah. Quite frankly, did I go into a khutbah? Did I not summarize everything word by word? Why are you going into a khutbah, man? Like, when you bring in khutbah, you bring in so many points that I have to now denounce them, because this is a problem. So do not do that. Give the verdict so that we go on, because you said everyone is your friends, whether Jews and Christians. Quran does not say that. Why are you going into these stages? We want to be.
Now we did it again.
Don't go there. So do not.
No, we did it again.
Stop. When you were stop.
The papers.
Stop. When you were speaking, I was not. So hold on.
Have the papers and write it down.
I said stop. If you speak over me, I'm going to kick you off, and I'm going to do that. I do not care now, because last time I gave you so many time that even if you watch, you were speaking over me again and again, and I let you do that because I wanted you to engage. But once again, you are doing the same thing. You were speaking for over 5 minutes. As soon as I started speaking, you were no, don't do that. Now, can you going to give me the answer what I asked in a simple manner rather than going into tangent? Question is simple. Will you give your daughter in a mut'a marriage to somebody if you were at the time of Muhammad, when this was legalized according to you, even though Umar finally abolished it? Now, where is the answer?
Okay, wait. First, let's discuss. This was in the last discussion.
This was the last discussion. Will you going to do that?
Listen.
Will you going to do that?
Adam, I was hearing.
You want to go anywhere you want to. I will allow you to go anywhere you want to. First, answer this. Will you
be patient for 5 seconds?
Z, answer the question and then go wherever you want to go. Answer the question. Will you going to give your daughter as a mut'a to some Muslim if you were at that time of Muhammad when it was legally allowed? Yes or no? answer.
I will answer now. Then I will go back to the papers and the discussions we had for the fall. My answer is no. Now let's go back.
You will not do that. You will not do that, right? You will not do that. You will not do that.
Let me go. Yeah, of course.
Stop.
Let me go.
You will not do that.
Continue.
So basically, Muhammad was giving you something which is immoral,
let's go back.
inhumane.
I have papers, man. Write down.
Stop. Let
Write
me
down.
answer. Let me answer. Let me answer. So you
But
are saying
the audience are witnessing
stop.
now. You're my conversation.
Listen. So you are saying
I was listening to you, Adam. I was listening
stop.
to you very politely.
Before I get you.
Very
stop.
politely. Very politely.
Stop.
I was listening to you very politely, and I write down your question.
Listen
I
now.
write down your question.
I don't care whether you write it down or not. Listen now.
I write down your question.
Stop and listen.
I already did. I said no.
I'm going to tell you, stop now.
No.
Now, you are saying you will not give your daughter in
Can I ask
marriage.
you questions, or you're the only one who's allowed?
Yes, you will. Hold on. Let me finish this.
Right.
I know you are stuck. You are so stuck. Listen.
I'm not stuck.
So
I
now,
have my evidence in front of me.
okay, yes. So you will not do that because it is immoral, inhumane, and Muhammad gave a verdict which is immoral and inhumane, which you will not going to do that because it is immoral and inhumane, because muta is nothing more what? Than a prostitution. It is nothing more than a prostitution. Why would you not give that if it is not more than a prostitution?
I already answered. You asked me a question. I already answered. Now I have to go. I have to listen. Last time we had yelling. We had things. You know, like you have thousands of viewers. You know, like we need to respect the viewers as well. You know.
Oh, viewers are listening.
We have a constructive, a civilized dialogue.
Oh,
like, viewers
are seeing.
You know when I get papers. Listen. I'm listening to you.
I don't care about your papers. Why do I care about your papers? Why are you showing papers? Why are you showing papers? Why are you showing papers? I don't care about your stories.
I have to be listening to you.
I don't care about your stories. I don't care about your stories.
I have to be listening to you. So
now,
I answered the question. Now it's my turn.
Look, everyone is saying you are a coward. This is what everyone is saying. They are laughing on you.
No problem.
You are so busted. Everyone is saying that. Why? Because what Muhammad made halal, you said you will not do that. So you are not follower of Muhammad. You are an apostate. Now say.
Okay. As well, the discussion that we need to have. One of the things that I mentioned to you in a positive discussion is the voice, the high voice, the yelling, because you called me last time. You live in a dumpster and everything.
No, like, I did not say that. Muslim, Go watch it.
I did watch it.
Do not accuse me. Do not accuse me of something that I did not say. It is live. Then go watch it.
You are cutting my conversation again.
Because you are lying. Now. You are lying.
You write down.
You are lying.
Okay. And in your time. Say I'm lying. No problem. In your time.
So don't do that. So, no. If you are going to state something without an evidence, I will stop you. I will stop you. Now, carry on.
Listen, stop me if I break something from the morals. But now, if you have something, if you have
if you're lying, I'm going to stop you. If you're lying, I'm going to stop you.
If I'm lying, you have the right, you have your time, your turn to expose me.
No, there's nothing.
And you have a free time. You have a free time. I'm not saying you have 1 minute.
No. I don't care about the minute.
You have free time to expose me. You have the free time to expose me.
Listen to me now. I don't care. You make
I am agreeing now with you in something very objective for both of us.
Did you stop me right now? Yes, you did. I am telling you.
You came.
See, the third time.
You came to me.
Fourth time. Fifth time. Sixth time. I did not come to you. You came to my channel. You pasted a comment, not me. So now stop it. Again a lie. You came to my channel. You posted a comment. You said you want to talk to me. And now you're saying you came. No, I did not. You did. Now, coming back to the same point.
Okay.
When you state a sentence, seventh time you stopped me. Okay. Now, when you state a sentence and it is a lie, I am going to stop you. Number two, I am not here to listen to your stories and not here to listen. Hey, I have paper and etc. Come to the point.
References.
State your point.
I have references.
I do not care about the paper. State the reference.
I will state the reference. Follow me. It's a front of
State
me.
it.
So you have to be patient, yeah.
Hey, listen.
To listen to the reference.
State it. Don't tell me patient.
Okay.
State it.
So
What should I
now,
open?
let's go. Wait. You mentioned that you disagree that why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Baqarah chapter 2 verse 26, why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will misguide the defiant, disobedient. You told me
When did I disagree? When did I disagree? Should I open the live stream and say I agree with you? I said I agree with you. When did I disagree?
You reject the fact that Allah would do that in Quran, yeah?
When did I disagree? You have my
You
video.
are with me? If
you have my video. I said I agree with you. The person is already misguided by the Satan. Then Allah misguide him even more. Then he has no way to come back to the Hadaya. How dare Allah can do that? Because then he cannot question me, because he did not guided me when I was misguided. So why are you stating from a lie? You said you heard and listened to our conversation. It was live. Why are you putting a lie on me again and again? This is the fourth time you did that.
You disagree why Allah would misguide.
When did I disagree? This is a question. Do you not even know English now? Why is a question? Why is not disagreeing? Are you kidding me now?
You are disagreeing not with the shaitan misguiding. You are disagreeing why Allah will gonna misguide him more and put him in hell.
When did I disagree? I agree. This is what the Quran is saying. Allah would misguide.
Not the Quran. It's based on your belief. Based on your belief, you don't like that. You don't like Allah gonna put the misguided people to hell.
It's not my belief. I am telling you, Allah misguide. Yes or no?
Do you accept the fact?
Does
because
Allah,
we are discussing now. We are discussing. If you agree with me, why we discuss it from the beginning? That means we have two different opinions.
Does Allah misguide? Yes or no? Give
Allah
me the
considering the verse, and we see it, how Allah misguided. Allah misguided the defiant, disobedient. But this is as well in the Bible. I have a reference for that.
Okay, we will go to the Bible later because Bible has nothing to do over here.
We both have
hey, listen. Bible has nothing to do over here because Allah has created you in the womb and I showed you.
Let's see the Bible.
And He is making, hey, listen. We will go to the Bible later when we have the time for the Bible. And you said
we have it now. We have the same topic.
Because first you have to tell me. I don't care what you bring, because when your Allah is doing this, what is He doing? I showed you the verses of the Quran and I showed you Hadith. You want to go to Bible? Yes, I will go to Bible. But first fix this point. You cannot say the pot is telling the kettle black. So don't do this with me. You can go to Bible later when you are asking me about Bible. Now here, Allah is saying.
I answered you. I answered. Allah misguided them.
Check this out.
Listen. You cannot have double standards. For example, if I say
read this.
No.
And the soul is breathed into him, and by Allah, a person among you may do the deeds of people of the fire till there is only 1 cubit arm breadth between him and the fire. But then the writing proceeds, and he does the deeds of the people of paradise, and it will go to paradise. And the same. And then yesterday I showed you, when you are in the mother's womb, when you are inside the mother's womb, Allah is misguiding you. Fix that first, then go to anywhere else. Now fix it.
Okay. For me, I'm not gonna go on this one. I'm gonna go to the verse that was mentioned.
Why?
Do you reject? Because you because I learned from last time.
Do you reject?
No. I'm not gonna answer this. Because now we're deviating the question.
Hadiths?
You're deviating the topic as you did before. We have to be honest. Yeah.
Do you reject hadith?
We have to be honest. Yeah.
Do you reject hadith?
We have to be honest and fair. You cannot say something. It exists in the Bible.
Just say it.
You cannot say something.
My friend, listen.
You are cutting the conversation again, and this is the first commandment. Yeah, I give it to you.
I don't care about the dawa. I told you last time as well. No. Do you reject the hadith and the Quran verses?
Sorry. As I ask you.
What did you ask me?
We both. Before you reject the hadith? I want to ask you now. You cut my conversation.
Okay. Yes.
I answered you when you said, would you accept your daughter for mut'ah? I said
yes.
No. Can I
No,
answer
so
my,
then,
now I have
so
to
then,
go back. You
so
must
then,
go, you cut my conversation. I didn't have the right time to
oh, no, no,
ask.
no, no, no. So
Where is
basically
my
you were
question?
saying,
Now you
hold
ask,
on.
this is your second question or third question. Then now I
Wait,
didn't ask any question.
hold on, Z.
How
Hold
is
on.
that fair? How is that fair, man?
This is all what was happening in the past, yesterday. Now, when you said you will not, it means you are rejecting Muhammad. Full stop. You just simply
No, I give
rejected
you, I
Muhammad.
give you, I'll give you later when we open this discussion. I'm gonna give you time.
You
Now
rejected Muhammad once and for all.
you cutting the conversation. Yeah, respect me and respect the audience. Respect me and respect the audience. You know. Hey, Sam. How are
Hey
you, man?
Sam,
We look the same, huh, Sam?
You're better looking. Anyway, guys, do me a favor.
No, man. We both semantics. You see.
Yeah, this I see Z. I like your style, honestly, because you seem respectful. You're not like the other Muslims who come and attack and mock. I like Muslims like you. Then we can have serious conversation. I like that.
Inshallah, man. You know.
So
And
I like
inshallah,
your
we're
style.
gonna.
I really like. I mean this. This is why, because when Muslims come, they attack and they insult, blaspheme. I don't waste time. I insult them back. But your style, I appreciate. Why? Because you didn't mock. You are trying to have conversation, and I respect that. I really do that. So I like your style. If most Muslims are like you, we could have very good conversation. We don't insult and attack, and they mock my God, and I mock their prophet. So I appreciate that. I really like that. So I like your style a lot. Now I don't know if you're done with the Quran, but I wouldn't mind answering a question about the Bible. But are you guys done with the Quran now? That's up to you guys.
Yeah, of course. But like, Mr. Shaman, thanks for your
Call me
compliments,
Sam.
and I
Call
hope.
me Sam.
Thanks for your compliment, and this compliment my head, respect, and I hope inshallah we all have a constructive dialogue where you can listen to me without interrupting. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Mr. Adam.
okay,
At the
now
same
let
time,
me
I have to hear for
wait,
you, even
wait.
if I have something that I'm talking
Wait.
to Mr. Sam. I'm talking to Mr. Sam.
Wait.
Even if I have something to that Mr. Sam said that I disagree.
Go ahead, yeah.
Even if Mr. Sam gently says something that I disagree, of course, we're having a dialogue that Christian and Muslim, there's many things that we both going to disagree. I have to write it down. I have to be patient. You know, this is a civilized conversation. I have to be patient, not to cut your conversation, because probably every word I will disagree with. You know, if I'm going to cut you all the time, you cut me all the time, what is the conversation?
No, I understand.
So,
Can I ask a question?
yes, sir.
I guess you the verses you want to give from Bible. Let me see if these are the verses you want to mention. Is it Jeremiah chapter 20 verse 7? That's one. 1 Kings chapter 22 verse 19. That's two. Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 10. That's three. Are these the verses you want to bring up?
No, I brought two, but not to them.
Now, which one is it? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Verse
2 Thessalonians. Sorry for the Arabic.
Yes.
Yeah, I said the Arabic way. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 2,
Yes.
verse 11.
12. Yeah, I know. So that one. How about with the second one? Is it Jeremiah 20 verse 7 or 1 Kings 22? Which is the second?
Wait. The second one is Ezekiel.
Yeah.
14.
Yes, very nice.
Verse 9.
Very nice. So I don't know if you want me to answer you, but it's up to Adam and you. I don't know.
No problem.
Sure, brother, answer because
Adam
he's
can
not
have-
letting you finish
Actually,
anyways. So you go home.
I'm having a better conversation with you, Sam, but it's
No,
okay.
no,
Like,
it's
I'll
not
be
that
patient
better.
with Mr. Adam.
Not having better conversation with me. I know what Adam. He's frustrated. Like I get frustrated because I have to be honest. We ask Muslims sometimes questions, they don't answer directly. So I understand his frustration. But I just want to understand. You're trying to quote these verses to show that God is deceiving people who are believers, or he's deceiving unbelievers. So I can just understand what your objection is.
Because this one, in the beginning, for me, Mr. Adam said, why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will misguided the people? I told him, depend on the chapter I had, Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2. Allah only misguided the defiant, disobedient.
Yeah.
He said, why and everything. He rejected that place. So for me, I told him, I'm trying to mention him that those two verses in the second Thessalonians, Thessalonians
Yes.
2, verse 11, it says, and for the cause God will send them strong delusion
Yep.
that they should believe a lie. So this is one of the misguidance that in general, God will send strong delusion.
Sure.
But the second
Brother
one,
Sam,
which is
hold on.
Adam, be
Z,
patient.
hold on.
Adam, be
No,
patient.
he called me a liar again, brother. That's the problem.
Oh, I didn't hear
I
the
did
liar
not
part.
disagree. So
I didn't
if
say
you
it.
are talking, yes, you did, because he disagreed. So you again called me, and I told you today. So either do not bring me up or talk to Sam. Don't bring me up. Now say. So don't say that, please. Now Sam, here you.
I didn't say
Now
that.
stop about me and talk.
All right. And the second one, Mr. Sham.
Sham, huh? You call me Sham, huh?
Sam or Sham, صح? It's Sam. It's
No,
like the
Sham
Sam bin
means-
Nuh.
In English, Sham means someone who's fake. Thank you.
All right. So yeah, and the second one, Mr. Sam,
Yeah, Ezekiel 14.
Ezekiel 14:9.
Yeah.
It says, and if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him. I will destroy him, and I will destroy him in the midst of the people of Israel.
No, I know
You
these
see,
words.
now, depending on these both texts, and comparing it to that Allah is only punishing that in the Quran, that only the defiant disobedient. Now we say here that Allah is gonna, God or Allah in the Bible, He will misguide the prophets, the top in the rank, not only those wicked people. The top in the rank, He will delusion them. He will misguide them. Not only the people who are bad, because in the logic way, the bad people in life they go to jail. It's okay to punish the bad people, for their own mistakes. But the prophet, the prophet is in the high in the rank, the chosen from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the chosen righteous.
Z, you did not read Ezekiel 14 in context. If you read Ezekiel 13 and 14, you misquoted it because I think you're getting it from a website. If you read Ezekiel 13:14, the prophet there is a false prophet. A false prophet that people believe over against the true prophet. Did you read the entire chapter?
No, but from where?
Again, no, wait, one second. I want everyone to hear it. You just admit you didn't read the entire chapter, right?
I didn't read it. Okay, no problem. I didn't read the whole
so
chapter.
Number one.
But can I ask you something?
But
from where? Okay.
Can I answer? Because now you're cutting me off. Number one, you did what I knew you did. You found this on some website. You didn't read the chapters. I've read them. If you read Ezekiel 13 and 14, God is talking about false prophets, false prophetesses that are prophesying lies to the people. So that's number one. It's not true prophets. That's number one. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. But so I can understand what you're saying. So you're saying since God will allow people to be deceived who are unbelievers and they are evil because they don't want to fear God and accept God's truth, then there is no problem if Allah in the Quran does the same thing. That's your logic. But the problem I have is that your Quran says Allah doesn't just deceive unbelievers. He deceived your prophet and his Sahaba. Go to chapter 8 of the Quran. Let's read it before we argue.
Okay,
Adam,
sure.
can you bring up the Quran?
Yes, brother.
Open up
8?
the Quran. Read chapter 8, verses 43 to 44. So
I'll use my
Quran says, open up your Quran. The Quran says Allah deceived the Prophet and the Sahaba. So Allah, unlike God.
Which
Yeah, can you open up, read it for us? 8:43, 44. What's his name? Adam, I even forgot your name.
Z. Yeah, Z is
Adam.
reading it.
Adam, talking you, Adam, not Z, you.
Yeah, it's open, brother.
Okay, read it for us.
Z.
No, Adam.
I read it. Okay. When
Okay.
Allah showed them to you in your dreams as few, and if He had shown them to you as many, you would have lost courage and would have disputed in the matter of whether to fight. But Allah saved you from that. Indeed, He is knowing of that within the breast.
Okay, slowly.
And-
slowly.
sorry.
Oh, it's Adam. Allahu Akbar, Allah. Adam, patience, slowly, man. Work with me. You're reading too fast, and I want you to read. Read 8:43 to see who Allah deceived here. Read it again.
Remember, O Muhammad, when Allah showed them to you in your dreams as few, and He had shown them to you as many.
Okay, keep going.
you believers would have lost courage and would have disputed in the matter to whether to fight. But Allah saved you from that. Indeed, He is knowing that within their breast. So the believers were
Stop right there
shown.
before you go to 44. Hold on. Adam. Okay, Z, what's this verse about? Do you know this ayah? What is it talking about?
I don't know exactly about which story, okay, but it sounds. But I have to read more. But it sounds based on my opinion. But I have to read more.
It's the battle
That
of
there is
Badr.
people, yeah, there is people who are actually a lot, but Allah Subhanahu wa Taala convinced the believers that they were little, so they don't get scared.
Good, you got it. And this is about Badr. So here's my
Badr.
question for you, Z. Here's my question. You just said, and you read it in Arabic, and you saw Allah made it look to your Prophet and to the Sahaba that the people they're fighting are few, not many, because if they saw them as many, they'd be afraid. So that means, what happened? What did Allah do to your Prophet? Did He show him the truth or deceive him?
No, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, He didn't show him the truth, to not to scare him.
Good. Say it again. Allah did
Okay.
not show him what?
Yeah, for the dream, Allah didn't show him the truth, to scare him, to not to scare him, and make the people, because the Sahaba. I'll tell you, this actually happened to our example sometimes. Imagine someone is going to do something bad, you know, and he was about to do it, but he saw that, oh, the police is going to catch him, or he heard the police voice, you know. He thought he's the one who's going to be catched, and he ran away. Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, He saved him, you know, and he gave him a warning that do not try to steal from people or to attack people's house. You know, that this actually could happen to you.
Yeah.
Understand?
So, Z, but I know I like the story you're giving, but you just admit, everyone heard you, Allah lied to your Prophet, but your Prophet is not an unbeliever, he's a believer. So why deceive him? Didn't your Prophet know Allah is Almighty and He has the power that one man can take on 10,000 people and defeat them if Allah is with you? So why deceive him and deceive the Sahaba in order to give them confidence? They didn't have confidence in your God?
Okay, my answer to you, there is. Do you understand Arabic, Mr. Sam?
I have the gift of interpretation. Go ahead. What do you want?
MashaAllah. Okay, you are Semitic, so maybe you understand. Maybe based on your language.
I'm Ashuri.
Ashuri, huh?
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Based on your Ashurian language, maybe you understand very close compared to the English listeners, or any language that considered weak compared to our languages, which has very long history. You know, there is a let's say delusion, as an English delusion. You know,
Yeah,
oh my God, you know. For us, there is in the Arab language, probably Semitic, there is some good delusions and there is some bad ones.
Good delusion. Okay, good.
Good delusion and there is some bad ones. The good delusion is like if dad is pretending that he's not going to take you out,
Yeah.
you know, because you don't pass the exam or something, you know, and
Yes.
you start to study more and everything, you know, and you got a high mark. For example, those things are very good for your child, you know. And the bad delusion is the people that they will be guided and they will go to hell. This is the bad delusion.
Z, that Allah made a good deception, good delusion. It was deception, deceit, but it was good.
Yes, same like us in wars. In wars, for example, in wars, if two empires or two countries they're having wars, they cannot be. You cannot say, listen, my plan. I'm tomorrow coming at 6 o'clock. My soldiers will come here. No, he will not say that. He will be very stupid. So he has to be tricked, and the war as well. The war itself is a trick. So in the war itself, it's halal to lie in the war.
Yeah, Z,
You cannot say, no, you have to be honest in the war. For example.
No, Z.
So there is always the makr. You know the makr. There is always a good makr and a bad makr.
Yeah, Z. The problem is, I'm not talking about telling the truth to your enemy. Tomorrow I'm coming at 6. Allah's not talking to the enemy. He's talking to the believers. He's telling the believers. So it's like Muhammad lying to the Sahaba, lying to his companions in order to deceive them to have courage. It's one thing to lie to your enemy in war. If I'm at war with you, Of course, I'm going to deceive you. I don't want you to know the truth because I don't want you to defeat me. But number one, I'm human. I'm imperfect. I don't know everything. So I'm going to use trickery because I'm human. I'm sinful. But Allah is almighty. He doesn't need to use trickery and deceit, especially to Muhammad. He's not deceiving unbelievers. He's not saying, hey, unbelievers, the Muslims are only 10, so come fight when they're 10,000. He's deceiving Muhammad because he knows Muhammad and his companions don't have enough courage in Allah to defeat the enemy. Why would Allah deceive the believers? And why are the believers so afraid that they don't trust Allah to give them the power against the unbelievers? Is that how much low opinion they have of your God?
Okay. As you know, Badr was the first battle. Yeah. Badr was one of the first battles, and the Muslims actually were weak. You know.
But Allah's not weak.
Yeah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the all strong, you know. And
so didn't they know He's all strong?
The belief of God, the believers, you know, the Badr was one of the first wars, you know, and the believers are still not that strong, by the way.
I don't care about not strong. Muhammad is a prophet, you believe, Masoom.
Yeah.
He knows Allah, right? He knows that Allah is all powerful. But it says he lied to Muhammad. Read it.
And what was the good? Okay, what is the result of that thing? The victory. Yeah.
So
the
Allah
victory of Muslims. So this was good for Muslims. This was good for Muslims. Yeah. As same as that, this was good for your child. You know, to discipline him and give him a high marks.
Z, be patient. Allah, who's all powerful, and your prophet who knows Allah is all powerful, had to deceive and delude Muhammad in order to encourage Muhammad to fight. So that means either Muhammad was weak, he didn't have enough faith in Allah, that he was powerful enough to defeat a larger army. But then we read in the Bible, when we go to the book of Judges, you have Gideon, where God says, I want you to reduce your soldiers to 300. You're going to fight an army about 10,000, so you know I'm almighty and I will give you the victory with a small army. How come the God of Gideon didn't do to Gideon what he did to Muhammad? He even told Gideon, decrease your soldiers, because I want you to be so few in number, so when you defeat that large army, you know it's my power, not you. But for Muhammad, he says, they're fewer in number, because you know why? If I show you them as actually how many they are, you won't have confidence to defeat them, meaning they have no trust in God. If your prophet doesn't trust your God, why should I? No, you love
right.
it. It's the ayah.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna answer.
It's the ayah. I'm quoting your ayah.
Okay.
I can make it up.
I'm gonna answer you. See, Mr.
Sam.
Mr. Sam. For me, right now, I'm giving things based on a normal opinion, you know. But if you ask me for evidences and everything, I didn't prepare it, you know. Okay. You understand me? I didn't prepare it. So it might sound that I am talking off my mind and you are putting something in front of the screen. You understand? As it happened before in the first discussion. Now I brought every claim that I made in front of me. I hope, inshallah, you're gonna
okay. So this point, for me, we both agree at least. We both agree Allah did and deceive Muhammad, a believer. We both agree, right?
Again?
So we both agree, because you said it, everyone heard. Yes, Allah did delude, deceive Muhammad, a believer, not an unbeliever, but you call it good makr. It's good makr, good deception, right?
Good makr, yeah.
Okay, good.
Good makr. Yeah. There is a good makr and there is a bad. There is a good makr and there is a bad makr.
So there, just so people know what you said, they don't know Arabic.
Yeah,
so
there is a good makr.
There is good deceit, there's good lying, good deception that Allah can do, and then there's bad deception, bad lying. So Allah did a good deception, a good lie. It was a good deceit when he tricked Muhammad and lied to him, but it was good.
Yeah, it was good. As you see, the result, Muslim won.
Good. All right, we can
Muslim
go to another
battle. Yeah.
All right, we can go to another topic.
Yeah. So, but now let's say, let's discuss about the verses that I mentioned, the Ezekiel.
Sure. Let's open it up. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. As we go to 2 Thessalonians,
and like the prophet, it says, and if the prophet be deceived. Okay.
Yeah, I want to get there.
You said they are false prophets.
Z, you're not listening. See, I will answer you. Just be patient. I'll get there. I'll answer all your verses. but you went with Second Thessalonians as first. So they're going to open it up. And as I answer you, as Adam brings up the Bible before the rapture, as I answer you, what I want you to do is show me in the Bible where God deceives the righteous, God deceives the prophets, God deceived Jesus, his son, like he deceived Allah. I want you to show me that. Find that as I answer this. Now, go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2.
Again, what was your request?
Okay, my request for you is, I showed you in your Quran where Allah deceived, lied to Muhammad, a believer, not just unbeliever. What I want you to do, find me verses in the Bible where God deceived prophets, where he lied and deceived Moses, where he lied and deceived Abraham, where he lied and deceived Jesus, the son. You don't believe his son? We believe it. But just show me that, because then it will be the same as what Allah did to Muhammad and the Sahaba in the Quran. But now let me answer these chapters that you brought up. Now, in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, we're going to read verses 1 to 8, because this is about Al-Masih Al-Dajjal, and I'm going to explain it. Now, Adam, you have it up? Now, just don't put one take. Just open up the entire chapter.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hold on. All right. We are here, brother.
Okay, read it for me, brother. Verse 8 verses.
First 8 verses. Concerning the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ and our being gathered to him, we ask you, brothers and sisters, not to become easily unsettled or alarmed by the teaching allegedly from us, whether by a prophecy or by the word of mouth or by letter, asserting that the day of the Lord has already come. Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the man doomed to destruction. He will oppose and will exalt himself over everything that is called God or is worshipped, so that he sets himself up in God's temple, proclaiming himself to be God. Don't you resemble that when don't you remember that when I was with you, I used to tell you these things, and now you know what is holding him back, so that he may be revealed at the proper time. For the secret power of lawlessness is already at work, but the one who now holds it back will continue to do so till he is taken out of the way. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord Jesus will overthrow with the breath of his mouth and destroy by the splendor of his coming.
Now, before we read 9 to 12, you understand this is the man of lawlessness, Al-Masih Al-Dajjal, that he will show up and Isa will come destroy him. And you believe that as a Sunni Muslim. Now let's read 9 to 12. You went 11. Let's read 9 to 12.
9. The coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of display of power through signs and wonders that serves the lie, and all the ways that wickedness deceives those who are perishing. They perish because they refuse to love the truth and so be saved.
Now, before we read 11, pay attention, Z, to verse 10. Who are perishing, who are being destroyed? Those who don't love the truth. They don't want the truth of God. They don't love the truth of God. They reject the truth of God for a lie. So keep that in mind. Now
they are the one will be deceived.
Yeah, but that now let's read. Who's
just like my verse, just like the verse I mentioned, chapter 2, 26.
Let's finish it, because you misread it. Because the one who's deceiving them is Shaitan. Because do you agree? Shaitan cannot do anything if Allah doesn't give him permission, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Allah has to give him permission to do something. This is what it means. God sent them a powerful delusion. In other words, he allowed Satan to come and deceive them. Why? Let's read now 11 and 12.
For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie, and so that all will be condemned who have not believed the truth, but have delighted in wickedness.
So Z, first question is, who are the ones being deceived and destroyed? Those who are believers?
The one who agrees with the shaitan.
Okay. And when it says God sends them a delusion, who is that delusion? Who's the delusion that God sent?
The delusion?
Yeah. Who is it?
Different.
What is it?
The delusion that God will send them delusion, yeah.
Yeah, what
It's
is
the
it?
same.
No, delusion. You're told who delusion is. Verse 9, Satan will come and do miracles through Al-Masih Al-Dajjal to delude them. This is what it means God sends them a delusion. Meaning he's allowing Shaitan to come to work through this man to do miracles, signs, to deceive people who hate God and his truth because that's what they deserve. So are we clear on that?
Yes, so it's the same ability, yeah. In
Yeah, but
chapter
okay, but my problem is I don't have a problem with God allowing Satan, shayateen, to deceive people. That wasn't my point. My point is your Quran said God doesn't simply allow shayateen, Satans, to deceive. God, Allah, deceived Muhammad. Can you show me something in the Bible where God deceives prophets and believers who love him?
I don't have any reference now. I have to read more.
Okay, find it for me. Now that we got
we'll
that,
see if it's there or not. Yeah, but
Okay.
like for us, I'll tell you, this is a good. As I told you, this is a good one. If you're gonna use the delusion as the English way of understanding, people will be misguided. Yeah.
Yeah, but Z,
We need to make it. We need to make it the way the Arab talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand how they talk, but that wasn't the argument of Adam or my argument. Our argument is it's not simply God deludes people by allowing shayateen, devils, to deceive them. Our problem is God is the one speaking lies and he is deceiving people from his mouth. Because who gave your prophet the dream? Allah, not shaitan. Who showed your prophet they are few in number? Allah, not shaitan. So who gave your prophet wahi, inspiration to deceive him? Allah. Now, can you show me God in the Bible giving a prophet or a believer a dream that is a lie from God?
Okay, my answer to you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he guides who he wants, and do you agree that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides whoever he wants and misguides whoever he wants?
Not the way the Islam teaches it, no.
Yeah, but he has that ability, yeah?
God has the ability to destroy all of us, but that's not what he does.
Yeah, but he has that ability, yeah? He has that ability that he guides and misguides.
Yeah, but that's, Z, no one's talking about whether God can do what he wants. I'm asking, what has God chosen to do? In our Bible, God has chosen not to misguide people who want to know him and love him. He wants all to be saved and turn to him. But when someone doesn't want to accept God and accept the truth of God, and he keeps resisting God and fighting God, then God gives them over, hands them over to what they want, and lets the shayateen deceive them. But that's not what the Quran teaches. This is the point we're trying to make. I just showed you from your Quran, Allah deceived his Habib because you believe Muhammad is Habib Allah. You believe that, right?
Yes, sallallahu.
But Allah deceived him. He gave him wahi, a dream where he lied to him. You said that's good. Now, can you show me in the Bible, Z, this is my challenge. Show me in the Bible where God deceives those whom he loves and are guided, where he gives Musa a lie, a false dream, a false vision, and speaks lies to him. Can you show me that?
I don't have a reference for that, but
it's not
gonna make because not now you're Mr. Sam, you are taking the delusion understanding of this English word delusion. You're taking it as the English way of understanding. You know, there is one delusion in the Arabic way, English way. But in Arabic, the dalala of Allah is the hell. This is the dalala of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, like khalas, you will be in hell. This is the dalal, the misguidance. Yani. Is there any worse than hell?
You keep going to.
Actually, we both agree. We both agree that Allah does it, subhanahu wa ta'ala.
No, I'm not.
The way.
Yeah.
But the way you think, oh, this is only it goes from that way, and we say it's only going from one way, and Allah doesn't do it in the other way. We say no, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he does it in this way, and the last order and the last decision is gonna be from Allah as well.
Okay. You know, see, you were missing the point. You keep going to unbelievers that God misguides because they deserve it. And I keep saying, no, that's not what I'm talking about. God deceived believers. God deceived his Habib. You believe Muhammad is Habib Allah. God
Yes.
deceived him, but they're believers who are on the right path. So I still am asking, why does God need to deceive believers? Why does God need to deceive his Habib, his prophet, who are believers, who are on the right path, who believe Allah is Almighty? That's my challenge, and you keep going to
Okay. Can you check Job 2 verse 3?
That's easy. You're proving my point. Job 2, let's go to Job 2 because you're misreading it again. Because it's not God who deceived Job, it's Shaitan if you read from verses 1 all the way to 10. Let's go. Job 2, let's open it up.
Verse 3.
Yeah, you're trying, but you're not doing a good job. Let's read now. On another day, the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them to present himself before him. And the Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered the Lord, "From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it." Now watch here. This is where you again quote one verse, but you ignore the entire chapter. Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil. And he still maintains his integrity, though you incited me against him to ruin him without any reason." Now, do you know what that means in the chapter, or you just
That means the shaitan not only deceiving the people, he's deceiving the Lord. Yani.
No,
This
he's
is how
not.
we can-
Do you want me to correct you on that? So don't teach me the Bible because you misquoted it.
You incited me. You incited me. You know, it's like
Yeah.
God, do
Yeah,
it,
why?
do it, God, do it.
See, if you talk over me, we're not going to get anywhere. It's
All right.
because Shaitan came to God before the angels and said, "This Job doesn't love you from a pure heart. He's a liar. He loves you because of the barakah." And God says, "No, he loves me for me." He goes, "Okay, God, let me test him and watch how he's going to curse you in your face." He goes, "Go ahead." That's what God means. How is this the same with Allah giving wahi to your prophet and lying to your prophet?
No, this shows this is a double weakness. Yani. Right now, for me,
So, right. So
what
it's
it
a
says
double
here
weakness.
that
See,
you
it's a double weakness. Now I got to talk over you. For God to prove Shaitan is a liar because he said a lie about his holy servant, but it is the glory of Allah to lie and deceive his Habib. Allahu Akbar. Yes, you're right. Yes.
No, for me, listen, because I'll tell you, for me, that you mentioned about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the dream and everything, these things what I'm answering now, it's not based on I don't have the papers in front of me, you know, to cite it for you. And the because that now you mentioned the context and Zaid read the context because now you can go back, yeah. But for me, I don't have anything that I can give you. You understand? So my answer is in general. This is what the way I understand it, as I told you before. But I have to bring the papers in front of me so we can have a better discussion with evidence.
Okay.
You know?
All right. So
maybe as well I can answer with evidence, but I don't have the reference in front of me. You know.
So
So
do you
to
now?
not be fair.
Okay, but to be
But
fair,
let's say because right now, Mr. Sam, maybe he didn't watch the first. Maybe he didn't watch the first discussion. We are actually we want to fix the first discussion, and there is many statements that happened in the first discussion about the mut'ah, and that.
yeah, but then he said you finished that. You're going into now.
No. Well, we didn't finish yet. I can actually bring the papers because I was revising that discussion. You know, because this is my second discussion. You know, on YouTube. I never had it. Okay. So maybe I lack experience on bringing the papers, preparing. So I took my time sitting on the video, watching, and step by step I will learn. And they mentioned that the important document that I brought for the mut'ah. And let's say, wait, let me bring the stuff. As I told you, the misguided in the Bible, we already have it now.
Okay, we took care of that. What is the next?
I
thought you had questions about Jesus.
Yeah,
what happened?
The second thing, the third thing, that it was mentioned in minute 59, second 59:50, in the first discussion, and this is in the Ordo channel. He said Islam rapes the slaves. You know,
Islam did what?
Raping the slaves.
Yeah, Surah An-Nisa 24, right?
Let's see it. But the rape in the Bible, I see it very clearly in more than one position.
Give it to me because I'm not have to educate you again. Quote it.
It's okay if you're going to educate me. This is good, yeah.
Deuteronomy 22:20. I hope you're not going to make the mistake.
Isaiah.
Listen, you're not talking over me. I hope you don't make the mistake of quoting Deuteronomy 22, 28, 29 because you're going to embarrass. Is that what you're going to quote?
No, Deuteronomy 21, verse 10 to 14.
Okay, we're going to read, open up to the entire chapter. If you show me rape there, Adam will take Shahada. If not, you're going to become a Christian and get baptized this Sunday. Good. Okay. No, because I know where you're going. Deuteronomy 21. Let's read the context, which you don't like to do. So you keep taking one verse out of context and make it agree with you. Okay, let's read. Go to 10. That's what you want to quote.
Deuteronomy 21.
Okay. 10 to 14, right?
10 to 14, yes.
This actually proves Muhammad is evil. This proves Muhammad is evil. Let me tell you why. Let me explain before you cut me off. In Surah An-Nisa 4:24, I actually use this verse to show your Quran is evil. Let me explain. In Surah An-Nisa 4:24 and in the Hadith, like Sunan Abu Dawood, number 2150, it says when the Muslims capture a married woman whose husband's still alive, they can have sex with her. They don't have to marry her, and then they can sell her. Now watch Deuteronomy 21, 10 to 14, how this now proves that Allah is not the God of Musa. Because now let's read it. When you go to war against your enemies, pay attention, Z, you brought this up. I want you to pay attention. When you go to war against your enemies and the Lord your God delivers them into your hands and you take captives, if you notice among the captives a beautiful woman and are attracted to her, you may take her as your wife, zawaj, wife. Pay attention. Bring her into your home and have her shave her head, trim her nails. That's what they used to do. When someone dies, there was the custom to shave the head nails as a sign you're crying for your dead. So have her shave her head, trim her nails, put aside the clothes she was wearing when she was captured. Make sure you give her new clothes. After she has lived in your house and mourned her father, wept for her father and mother for a full month, then you may go to her and be her husband, and she will be your wife. If you are not pleased with her, let her go wherever she wishes. You must not sell her or treat her as a slave, since you have dishonored her. Now, Z, can you show me in Surah 4:24 and the Hadith?
It says here. Okay, let's discuss this one. Can we discuss
my point? You're talking over me. We will discuss it. Listen. Show me in your Quran and Hadith where your Prophet said, when you take a captive woman, marry her. Don't have sex with her and don't sell her. Can you show me that in the ayah of the Quran?
I have to check the references. I don't have it.
Surah An-Nisa. Don't tell me you don't have it. Don't tap dance. Surah An-Nisa 4:24. Show me where in your ayah, in your Quran, your God said, when you take a woman who's captive, you marry her, then you have sex, you make her your wife. Then if you divorce her, you don't sell her, you let her go free. Show me that in your Quran, because this verse buries your Quran. Read for him Surah An-Nisa.
So, wait. Are you saying there is no rape?
No. You just read it.
No rape? There is no rape?
It says marry her. What rape? Did you read
it? Can we check Isaiah 13?
No, don't change it. See, now you're running tap dancing.
No, I'm not running because
we will get to Isaiah.
I have seen rape in front of me.
We will get to Isaiah. Be patient. You brought up Deuteronomy 21. Let me show you how this now destroys your Quran. Go to Surah An-Nisa 4:24, Adam, and read it for him.
In Islam, what I know, Mr. Sam, let me answer you. In Islam, what I know that you can have sex with your wife. And you can have sex with the captive.
Please, Z, don't change the subject. Go to Surah 4:24. Surah An-Nisa, and I'm going to give you Sahih narration from Sunan Abu Dawud.
Me or Adam?
Let me read it. And also prohibited you or married woman, except
Adam. Oh, start again. Sorry, because I was.
And also prohibited to you all married women, except those your right hand possesses. This is the decree of Allah upon you, and lawful to you, and all others beyond these, that you seek them in marriage with gifts from your property, desiring chastity, not unlawful sexual intercourse. So for whatever you enjoy from them, give them their due compensation as an obligation, and there is no blame upon you for whatever you mutually agree to beyond the obligation. Indeed, Allah is ever knowing and forgiving.
Now
Except
open up
your
the
right hand.
hadith for him. Open the hadith from Sunan Abu Dawud so you can see it. Give him the link. I just gave it to you.
Okay.
It says, prohibited for your married woman except those whom your right hands possess. So now let's see what the hadith of your prophet says this, the reason for this revelation. Let him read it, then you can ask. Hold on, let him read it. Read it for him.
Abu Sa'ad al-Khudri said, the Apostle of Allah sent a military expedition to Autas on the occasion of the Battle of Hunain. They met their enemy and fought with them. They defeated them and took them captives. Some of the companions of Allah Apostle were reluctant to have relationship with the female captives because of their pagan husbands. So Allah the Exalted sent down the Quranic verse, and all married women are forbidden unto you save those captives whom your right hand possesses. This is to say that they are lawful for them when they complete their waiting period.
Okay, did you see the...
Can I read it in Arabic? Understand it better
in Arabic. Show him in Arabic.
Because the English is second language.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
So
let him see it.
Takes time.
We gave you the link, Z. If you look at the private chat, there's a link. You can click on it.
Right. It's okay. صالح خلينا نعلق الهاشمي عنها.
It's Sahih.
هني بعث إلى أوطاس فلقوا عدوهم فقاتلوهم فظهر عليهم وصاب لهم سبائكم على المصحف خرج من غشياتهم من أجل زواجهم من المشركين. صارت من النساء إلا ما ملكت أيمانكم فإنهن حلال لمن قضى. Okay, actually, I want to.
Okay, before you comment,
I don't understand much. I have to read about this one.
Z, before you comment, it's Sahih. We show him the grading. It's Sahih by Sheikh Al-Albani and Sunan Abi Dawud. So that's number one. Number two, let me explain to you, then you can come back with your answer. Here it says, if you take women captive in jihad, fi sabilillah, if you're in jihad, if the woman is married, her husband's alive, the ayah says you can have sex with her, you don't have to marry her, you can even sell her. But in Deuteronomy 21, which you quoted, the God of Musa said, if you find a woman captive, she's not married, she's a woman, you can then marry her and make her your wife. You can't have sex with her until you marry her. And if there's something that you and her don't get along and you want to divorce her, then you let her go. You can't sell her. But the Quran and Hadith says you don't have to marry a woman captive. You can have sex with her and sell her even if she's married. Can you show me that in the Bible? Or God ordered that?
Can I show you that in Islam first, that we can marry the captive Muslims?
Well, no, that's not the point. This ayah says you don't have to. I didn't say you can't marry them. You're changing subject. The ayah said that if there's a captive woman that you have captured and she's married, you can have sex with her still, even though her husband's alive, and then you can sell her. That's my point. I didn't say Islam does not allow you to marry captive women. Islam doesn't say you have to, but the God of Moses says you have to.
God of Moses says you have to marry.
Deuteronomy 21, 10 to 14. You want to go back to it again?
No, I read it. But this is, I find this contradictory with another verse that the woman should be raped.
Okay, if I should go to Isaiah and I embarrass you again, will you now say I'm no longer Muslim, I'll be a Christian? Because I know where you're going to go, to Isaiah, which again shows you don't know how to read. Will you admit to me when I correct you, yes, Islam is false, Jesus is my Lord, you get baptized tomorrow?
I have to understand first the things, because I'm already weak in the information.
Okay, but
so even if you answer me, and I don't have an answer,
okay, that's fine.
I still have to revise,
Okay, before we go to Isaiah, I know where you're going.
The comparing between with your knowledge.
See, let me just finish
Mr. Sam.
Zero,
convincing knowledge. No, sorry, I'm sorry.
Let me make my point. Let me make my point. We go to Isaiah. First of all, do you admit now Deuteronomy 21 doesn't teach rape? In fact, it's better than what we find in the Quran. And then we go to Isaiah.
This is a forced marriage, yeah?
No, it's not forced. Where's forced? The woman is left without family. Either you're going to leave her homeless or you take her in. But in the verse it says you honor her as a wife and give her status of wife. And if you divorce her, You cannot sell her as property. She's free. That means now she can go and marry again. So you are giving her dignity and honor. Do you admit this is better than the Quran, which says if you take a woman captive, you can have sex with her, even if she's married?
It says in the verse, because you have humbled her. You know?
Okay. Humbled her how? Because you divorced her, not rape her. Read all the verses.
No, the rape is in the other verse. But this one is saying you should put off the off the clothes.
We will go to the other verse if you answer honestly. See, now I see why Adam got angry with you. Do you admit at least this verse? And we'll go to Isaiah. I'm not scared. We'll go. Just be patient.
Do I admit what?
Do you admit at least these verses are better than your Quran and the Sunnah?
No, for me, like I have.
I see so it's better. Okay, wait.
I see this is a forced marriage. I am answering. You asked me.
That's the problem.
You're not answering. It's better than someone takes my mother, my wife, captive, and my father's alive and I'm alive, and then they have sex with them in front of our eyes because we're not dead, and then sell them. That's better than what you just read in Deuteronomy 21.
I'll tell you, the slavery I'll tell you why. The slavery in Islam is not something, hey, we took Egypt or we took this country, let's slave everyone. The slavery comes from the woman inside the war. The warriors, those wives.
That's not what the ayah says.
Okay, listen. No, it's not what the ayah says, but we have to understand what the slavery means. Slavery in Islam is different than another slavery, because now when we say slavery in front of everyone is imagining that slavery, you know, that we know that for the Red Indians and for the Indians, unfortunately, when they were slaved by Britain.
Man, just stop giving your story. Read the hadith.
But the slavery in Islam, I'll tell you, the slavery in Islam, the slaves, as you mentioned, Awtas, the Awtas slaves in the hadith. The Awtas slaves, those women. Let me give you the scenario of the war. Before we used to fight by swords. Yeah, we used to fight by swords.
Just read the
hadith. Give me.
I don't have the hadith in front of me.
Okay, so do me a favor. Fear Allah. Don't speak out of ignorance. Fear Allah. Don't speak out of ignorance, because Allah will judge you. You believe. Nowhere in the hadiths does it say these are women who are fighting with the men. Doesn't say that. So fear Allah. Don't speak. If you don't know, you don't know. But beyond that, don't open another topic, slavery, because I'll show you from the hadith, Bukhari, Muslim. It says your prophet owned black slaves and sold black slaves, and it says black. Let's not open that. Let's stay on the topic.
Yeah, Zayd bin Haritha was a slave from Muhammad, but he was not black. But let's say, see.
Okay, go to Isaiah now. Go to Isaiah.
Okay, let's say, Okay, let's speak in the Sabaya Awtas, because he mentioned it. In the slavery of Islam, imagine there is a war. Okay, the people in the war depend on the Khalifa or the president decision. Depend what's better for the politically beneficial. He might slave them, and those women in the war, in the Sabaya Awtas and other wars, when they go, you know that the people, some people, they want to have that full fight, or that maximum of the fight. When they bring their woman, they support them in the war, and they hit the drums. Do you know what does that mean? That means the warrior in front of you, he will fight till death. He's not gonna run away, because his wife is with him. She's supporting him.
So if let me go with your logic. Hold on, let's go. Aisha is helping her husband and helping the mujahideen to fight.
In the battlefield.
Okay, so then when they capture Aisha, they can then have sex with her, and Muhammad is alive. You okay with that?
The people definitely, if they lost, the Muslims.
Oh, so you're okay. You're okay with that.
If the Muslims lost, they will definitely do it.
So beautiful. You're okay with that? They have sex with Aisha and Salama and.
I am Muslim. I hate to be defeated, yani, of course.
But you'd be okay. You'd say
the language. I'm not okay. I'm like, okay, you need to be. It's not about being okay. Like, I agree, but definitely, if Muslims we lost, they will do this for us.
Okay, wonderful. But not if the Jews do it to you, because Deuteronomy 21, the God of Musa said, when you find a woman that you have taken captive, you cannot have sex with her unless you marry her, and there's no way you can have sex with a woman whose husband is alive. So pray that the Yahudi attack you, because they won't rape your married women, because they follow the God of Musa, not the God of Muhammad.
But you are raising in the
praise
other
the
verse.
God of
This
Musa.
is you are
Praise
forcing
the
the
God of
marriage.
Musa.
You are forcing the marriage. You make her look bad. You cut her
No,
nails.
does
You
it
shave
say
her
force.
head.
Z, nowhere did it say force. This woman has been left without family. That's why it says, let her mourn, cry for her father and mother that were killed in the battle, meaning she doesn't have husband, she doesn't have family. So you can either leave her homeless or you can take her in and make her part of Israel. Now that she's part of the Israelites, she's given the same status, the same honor, the same love that a Yahudi woman receives. But in your deen, which you keep not listening, if you take a captive woman, whether single or married, you don't have to marry her. And if her husband's life, tough luck, you have sex with her, and then you can sell her because she's your property. So in this ayah, your prophet was the leader. Why didn't your prophet say, let them go? Because you said, everyone heard you, you said that the Khalif, the Caliph could say, let them go or enslave them. But this was a battle and your prophet was there. Why didn't your prophet, who's a mercy unto mankind, say, let these married women go, let them return to their husband, which would have made them love your prophet more and they would have become Muslim?
Because they fight. There is a punishment there because the
But didn't
fighting
you say
itself.
the Khalif
I'll
can
tell you. I'll
say-
tell you. The war
Ya Rabbi.
is the worst crime of humanity. Is the
Okay,
war.
but
The war crime.
Z, don't
Because the
change
war
that.
crime is see the countries.
Okay,
See the
Z,
countries
you're
that they had
changing
war.
subject. Z, you're changing subject. I know it's war, but you just said, we heard you. I didn't let you say it. The Khalif in war can say, let them go, even if it's a war, the worst crime. Let them go. So, okay, let's go with your logic. It's a war, it's the worst crime, but your prophet could have let them go because you said that he has the right
Okay.
to let them go. Why didn't he let them go? Why insist, take the married woman captive, have sex with them and sell them when he could have let them go?
Okay, I have to read the situation. I have to read the situation of Sabaya Autas, and I need to see this political reason that they were slaves. Because when I read before about this the situation after the captive, there is four. I remember it was four. Maybe it's 5, 3. I don't know. It was first the Khalif can slave them. The Khalif can set them free. The Khalif can have alternating, like you go to that the government that they fought you. Listen, we're gonna you give me my prisoners and I give you my prisoners. And he can tell them as well, listen, because you destruct our countries and you destruct our countries and you want to destruct.
Muhammad attacked Autas.
Let's say. Let me answer, please.
Autas did not attack the Muslims in Medina, Mecca. Muhammad attacked Autas.
I have to read all the situations. I have to read all the akhbar.
It says over there, sent a military expedition to Autas.
It's right there. You read in Arabic.
Okay, what was the reason?
Him.
What was the reason that he attacked them?
Because it's jihad fi sabilillah, that you warn the people, either become Muslim or we will fight. And if we win, we'll take you captive. But if you're Jews or Christians, Ahl al-Kitab, you can pay jizya.
I have to understand. I have to understand all the context. I have to understand. I have to read. I have to see the scholars, what the scholars say, and everything. You know, I cannot take.
And Sunnah is not enough. Okay.
No, because the scholars, they spent 7, 8 years in the university studying.
Okay, whatever, they all agree. They all agree. Muhammad did 48.
I cannot compare my knowledge.
Listen, Z, Muhammad did 48 expeditions. Muhammad did 48 military expeditions where he sent people. Anyhow, let's move to the next point.
Okay, give me
I'm sick of stories.
Okay, I'm speaking with Sam now, yeah. Okay, I'm speaking with Sam now, yeah. And I have to read about this everything, then I can.
We know, but go to Isaiah because you had questions about Jesus, right? I want to get to Jesus, but
it's Isaiah. Ash'aya in Arabic.
Yeah.
13 verse.
Yeah, I know.
16.
Yeah, okay, let's read what you didn't read. You read one verse again. Did you read the entire chapter? Before we look at, did you read the entire chapter?
No.
Say it again. Wait.
Very straight. No.
Okay, hold on. I want everyone to hear you. Did you read the entire
chapter?
It's okay,
I'm not gonna lie, yani. It's okay. I didn't read the
again,
whole,
so they can hear you. Let's be patient. Did you read the entire chapter of Isaiah 13, yes or no?
No.
So again, you went to a website where they quote one verse and you think, aha, Now I'm going to do you a favor. We're going to read the entire chapter. Read the entire chapter for me.
Yeah, wait, let me go back. All right. I am now in Bible Hub.
Yes,
And
he's
I
going to
can
read it.
see-
It's on the screen.
It's already on the screen. A prophecy against Babylon that Isaiah son of Amos saw.
Keep reading. Keep reading.
Raise
For
a
all
banner on bare hilltop, shout to them, beckon to them to enter the gates of the nobles. I have commanded those I prepare for battle. I have summoned my warriors to carry out my wrath, those who rejoice in my triumph. Listen, a noise on the mountains like that of a great multitude. Listen, an uproar among the kingdoms, like nations massing together. The Lord Almighty is mustering an army for war. They come from the faraway lands, from the ends of the heavens, the Lord and the weapons of his wrath to destroy the whole country. While, for the
Yeah,
day
let me
of the Lord is near, it will come like destruction from the Almighty. Because of this, all hands will go limp, every heart will melt with fear, terror will seize them, pain and anguish will grip them. They will writhe like a woman in labor. They will look aghast at each other, their faces aflame. See, the day of the Lord is coming, a cruel day with wrath and fierce anger, to make the land desolate and destroy the sinner within it.
Okay,
The
notice what
star-
we just read before we go on. This is God's judgment on Israel because they don't fear God. They commit idolatry. They commit zina. They do all evil. So he goes, now I'm going to allow the Babylonians to come in and destroy you. Keep reading because I'm going to show you the same thing in the Quran in Surah Al-Isra. But keep reading.
The stars of heaven and their constellations will not show their light. The rising sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. I will perish the world for
Punish.
its evil.
I will
Punish the world for its evil.
For its
The
evil. I'm bringing
its
now judgment for its evil and the wicked for their what?
sins.
Okay, keep reading.
I will put an end to the arrogance of the haughty and will humble the pride of the ruthless. I will make people scarcer.
Meaning I'm going to make them less than even the gold that you can
Pure
find.
gold. Yeah, scarcer than pure gold. More rare than gold of fair.
Yeah.
Therefore, I will make the heavens tremble and the earth will shake from its place at the wrath of the Lord Almighty in the day of his burning anger.
Keep reading.
Like a haunted
Gazelle. That's like a
Ghazal, yeah.
Yeah, gazelle.
like sheep without a shepherd, they will all return to their own people. They will flee to their native land. Whoever is captured will be thrust through. All who are caught will fall by the sword. Their infants will be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses will be looted and their wives violated.
Now, before you go on, we're going to read the rest of it. Who's doing this in the chapter? Did you read?
Okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
No, not Allah.
is going to make
Okay, who's doing it?
the guys that
Just
Allah
go back
subhanahu wa
to
ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to make the guys.
No, he doesn't make anyone. He allows them. See, there's a difference between making and allowing. Go up again, show him what it is.
It's a promise, yeah?
Yeah, why?
This is a promise, yeah?
But are you going to listen or you just want to argue? Okay. A prophecy against Babylon. God is saying the Babylonians who have destroyed people and done harm, I will bring destruction on them by allowing who? Now let's read 17, which you didn't read. Go to 17. Watch it.
No. Let's go back. Let's go back to
Let's
19.
finish.
Okay, 17.
Let's finish it. Let's go ahead.
See, I will stir up against them the Medes who do not care for silver and have no delight in gold.
Their bows.
Their bows will strike down the young men. They will have no mercy on infants, nor will they look with compassion on children.
Who, God or the people?
The
The
Medes.
people that God promised they will make this to,
Why? Why is God? Do you agree that
as a punishment for them.
do you agree that if God doesn't allow a kingdom to attack another kingdom, that kingdom can't do anything?
Again, the question?
Do you agree that if this kingdom wants to attack another kingdom, if God doesn't allow it, that kingdom can't do anything?
Allah is all powerful.
Okay, so you agree. So if you read the chapter, it's not a command saying, go and rape. He's saying, this is what's going to happen to you when I allow these kingdoms to come and kill your men, destroy your land, rape your men. That's what they're doing, and I'm allowing it. I'm not stopping it, because if you were God-fearing, I wouldn't let anyone touch you, but because you don't believe in me and don't fear me, okay, come and do what you want. How is that the same thing as Allah commanding, go rape? Here, you, Prophet Musa, go rape women. How's that the same thing?
I'll tell you how. This becomes like a Sharia, like a law for the people who understand. Okay, now we as Jews, we got punished from those people because we didn't follow the God. Okay, now as a Jewish and the holder of Old Testament, they will see, oh, Muslims are pagans, or those Indians, they are pagans. They worship 100 gods, and we need to do the same Sharia that Allah give it to us as a punishment. We, as Christians and Jews, we deserve this punishment, and we believe in God. So imagine those guys who have 1,000 gods; they deserve much worse.
You're not listening again. Did you know that the Medes and the Persians? Okay, but you're not listening. The Medes and the Persians are.
And there is something else. There is something else I noticed. I'm sorry, because I didn't mention it. I didn't finish.
Z, listen. See, now you're cutting me off. The Medes and the Persians, the Medes are the Persians that your prophet attacked when Umar went and took it. The Medes are the Persians. These were pagans. These were mushrikun. The Babylonians are mushrikun. There is no Sharia they're getting from God. They are unbelievers. They don't follow Sharia, and God is allowing these unbelievers, mushrikun, to attack his people. And then he's allowing them to attack each other. This is not God commanding the kuffar. They're kuffar. He didn't give them wahi. He didn't say to the king of Babylon, here's my Sharia. You are my abd. Go because you're a Nabi. So you don't even understand what you're reading. These are pagans. These are mushrikun. These are kuffar that God is allowing to kill each other. So they are not prophets receiving revelation or Sharia. You're lying. The Medes are the Persians, the pagans that Umar conquered. The Babylonians are the pagans that the Persians attacked. These are not prophets. They don't receive wahi. They don't have Sharia from God because God doesn't speak to them. What God is saying is, I'm going to allow the kuffar to kill each other because that's what they deserve, because they're pagans. They do zinnah. They kill and murder. This is what they deserve. Because if they were God-fearing, I would protect them. So you're lying again, Z. You're lying about my book.
But no. You say what is the relation between these two? That's why I told you.
No, there is
at the same time in the book of Numbers.
Let me make it easy, Z.
No, I heard you. Yeah, I listened to you. Yeah,
quick. No, hold on. Quick, Z, quick, please. Here's how it's going to be the same. Did your prophet receive wahi directly from Allah to do this? Did Allah tell your prophet?
What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this?
Chapter 4, verse 24, the ayah we read, where he said, you can take married captive women and have sex. Was that wahi? Was that direct from Allah?
If you want to say that, are we allowed to have sex with slaves? Yes.
The question. Surah An-Nisa 424 is Quran.
We are allowed to have sex with slaves.
Okay, so,
but if you want to say this, raping and everything, we need to discuss this. Yeah.
Listen to my question so you can answer. Is chapter 4, verse 24, Surah An-Nisa, wahi, revelation, come down to your prophet, which is Quran? Did Allah give this command directly to Muhammad? Yes or no?
This ayah, yes, of course.
Okay, now, can you show me where God gave wahi to the king of Babylon, wahi to the Persians, the Farsi, wahi to the Egyptians to do what they did? Show me that.
To do what they did? No, there is no wahi for the.
Say it again.
There is no wahi for the.
So when God gives wahi to Musa, okay, when God gives revelation to Musa, revelation to a prophet, did God tell Moses, his prophet, you can go and rape women, even if they're married, and kill their children, pregnant women, babies in their womb, rip their stomachs open. Did God say that?
In the book of Numbers 13.
We'll get to Numbers. I'm going to embarrass you with Numbers. I'm going to humiliate you with that. Numbers 31:15 tonight. Don't think you know my Bible. Answer my question. Did God give to Moses direct revelation?
I don't claim that I know your Bible, by the way. I don't claim that.
Let me make my point, or we
are discussing.
You want to get thrown out, or are you going to listen? Did God give Moses command saying, Musa, you and the Bani Israel go and rape married women, sell them off, and if they're pregnant, rip their stomachs open, like the Babylonians did, like the Persians did? Did God say that to Moses?
You raped that lady, and based on the Deuteronomy.
You want me to throw you out?
You forced her to marry.
Adam, get him out of here.
You forced her to marry. Yeah,
That is exactly what I was saying. This guy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was saying. Last time he did the same thing. He kept on talking and babbling.
That's why I came in, to be patient with him, so he doesn't use an excuse that we're mean. Now it's over. You're done.
Yeah.
That's it, brother.
That's what he did last time, and that is why I told him that this time do not talk over me, because you do not comprehend what you are saying. So
That's
listen
okay,
more.
brother. Adam, breathe. Say logo.
Oh, I'm very pleased right now. But you gave him so much time. You were very patient with him.
You know why I did that? You know why? So I can prove to people we will be respectful and we'll be patient with you if you're honest and you answer directly and you don't mock and blaspheme. So now we have more proof, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
But once you start mocking and blaspheming, insulting my God, I'm going to humiliate your prophet, insult your God, and I'm going to bury Muhammad by the power of Jesus Christ, who's in hell. And if you then talk over or change subjects, you're gone. That's it. We proved our point. That's it, brother. We proved our point.
Amen. Thank you, brother. And
Thank
absolutely marvelous teaching. And
Yes.
I think, yes.
We need to make this video for all my Christian brothers and sisters go viral. Why? Because now you learn, my brothers and sisters in Christ, now you learn how to understand the Old Testament, how to explain it, and how there is no argument against God's true word, the Holy Bible, that will stick. It is perfect if you understand it. No one can refute it morally. And the Old Testament proves that the Quran is garbage from Satan. This is why I did those series. We're going to do part 3 and we'll finish it.
Amen.
Okay.
And just for the listeners, because I showed this, but he did not read it, I just want to read this one and then we close.
Yeah.
In Islam, a lot of Muslims will come up and say, when you have performed sex with the slave, she is given a rank called Ummul Walad. But even if she is given a rank of Ummul Walad, they can sell them. Slave woman and the mother of her children, Ummahatul Awladeen, which is the plural. Ummahat is the plural of mothers. Awladeen means Walad, the plural of Walad. So Ummahatul Waladeen. So Muhammad was living among us and we did not see anything wrong with that. So this is the hadith of Sunan Ibn Majah 2517. Even if she gives a child to you, this is Sahih Darussalam. Even if she gives birth to your child after you rape her without marrying her, you are allowed to do that and you can sell her. This is not in the Bible at all. You cannot.
And by the way, you have another satanic spiritual whore dog named Momo Keleb who's attacking me. Momo Keleb, you are a spiritual whore. You're a dog. Why are you here listening to me if you don't like to listen to me? You hypocrite, you tool of the devil. My spit is better than you. Get the hell out of here.
Okay. The moderators can throw him off.
It's okay. I just wanted to insult him live. So everyone say, I don't like to listen to Sam. And yet he's listening to me. You son of a whiskers. You little dirty dog. You don't like it? Get the hell out of here. There's nothing you can do about it. But anyway, brother, I love you.
Thank you so very much, brother.
I love you, but not too much. I'm going to upload this too because people need to learn this. You guys need to learn this. You learn how to defend. Dragon, don't unhide him. Hide him, Dragon, before I hide you, Dragon. Because even your name is evil. Hide him, Dragon, now.
No, basically, Kyle hide him and she hide him, but she was, it was unhidden.
Dragon, even your name, you need to repent. Dragon, even though Bruce Lee is the little dragon, Dragon's the name of the devil. You need to repent now. All right, anyway. See, she didn't hit him again. See, she did it again. Are you deliberately doing this, Dragon? Are you doing it deliberately?
So Kyle is doing that and then Dragon is doing that. So they both are doing it.
All right. You're going to hide him. That's good. Dragon, Dragon, next time I see you, you better change your name. You better call yourself Lion or Lioness. All right, anyway, guys, make sure you watch this. Make sure you learn, because you see how you can turn the Old Testament against Muhammad. Even the Old Testament is better than Muhammad and his God, even though it's not up to the New Testament, which is superior. But anyway, guys, I got to go. Oh, that's really your name, Dragon? What was it?
In her language. In her language.
Oh, really? Okay, because I thought maybe they called Dragon because they saw something evil in you. The Dragon. All right, just kidding. All right, guys, I'll see you. By the way, tonight, Lord willing, tonight, he'll be asleep because he needs a lot of beauty sleep. 1 a.m. New York time, 1 a.m. Michigan time, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing part 4 on Philippians chapter 2, verses 5 to 11. If God wills, if the Lord wills, by the grace of Jesus Christ. Well, Jeff George, it's an apartment. This is what I can afford, and I'm content. And I don't complain because I don't deserve anything but judgment. But praise Jesus Christ, my Lord. He gives me his grace and love and my daily bread. And I pray he gives my daughters their daily bread and provides for me to finish this work for the glory of the Lord Jesus and die in love with him and never shaming him. Christ is alive. We thank you, Lord Jesus. We love you. All right, brother, I'm going to go because I got to go walk so I don't look like you.
All right. By the way, before you go, Takbir!
Al-Masihu Akbar!
Yeshua Akbar al-Azim. Take care.
Amen. Maranatha. Take care.
Amen.